here to substituting for Lynn, and she is with the probate office, and this purpose of this item on the agenda is to close the estate of Gregory A. Corliss.
Yes, ma'am. It will
Okay.
be the third and final counting.
Okay,
Your signature, madam.
all right.
Do we have to convene as a fiduciary review
We
board?
do, yes.
I move we convene as a fiduciary review board.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And I will pass this down so y'all can take a look at it. We need a motion to close the estate.
So moved.
Okay?
You can second it once I see it.
I will. I've already seen it. I'll second it.
This thing.
Yes. Okay. It's been moved and seconded. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. I'm signing. Okay, all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
You have a
You
good
too.
day, too.
I'm not being facetious, but I see in here, sale of 2 cows is somewhat less than the sale of a cows.
Yeah. You would know since you were a fiduciary commissioner.
Yeah, the cows, they were probably not too big to sell. 2 of them for $910.
Yeah.
They usually go by
That's a
weight,
good deal.
so
Yeah.
that's not a very good price for 2, but perhaps they were small.
Okay.
I'll move we return to regular session.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded to come out come back into regular session. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, we're back in regular session, and item 6 on the agenda is a public hearing, and we're early for that. So do we have time to go to item number 11? Jane, that's yours.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll just throw out there, I had a call and I didn't talk to the person on my answering machine, and that was their question, what is a quorum?
right.
You know, so I assume you got the same type inquiries.
Well, and you know, and then I saw this Ethics Commission ruling that, you know, unfilled vacancies, you know, basically don't count against the quorum. You know, if somebody's resigned or so forth. So I thought it was an interesting dynamic and was hoping with the appointment of the labor representative, which is a shall in the state code, that then it would be possible for the board to convene before we had to find municipal candidates.
Are we, does Nathan need to be here?
Well,
or Greg?
I'd actually asked Greg Kennedy to address this. He's going to be here at 11:30.
Oh, okay.
So he is prepared to address that question and
Okay.
others regarding the JCDA. I forwarded your email to him with that ethics opinion. So he'll be here. I told him to be here at
Okay.
11:30 because that's when
Well,
Nathan
we
was here,
can
and I
come
didn't want him
back
to
to
sit
that.
around waiting.
Yeah, well,
Um,
and that's fine with me, because I just want some clarity on it, because
Right, we need clarity.
you read it one way, you think one thing, and then you read another part of it, and you go, yeah.
So, okay, well, if everybody's willing, I mean, we do need to wait for legal advice on that. So let's go to item 12 to amend the ESA budget request. And
Okay.
Commissioner Tab, that's yours as well.
Yeah, after we got done with the budget, I met with Ellen Kaiser and realized that in their budget request, that they had put in for a 1.9% COLA, whereas, he meant it to, and I wish he was here right now, to say that it was a 1.4 COLA to match what we gave our own employees, and then the 0.5% merit increase, and and that increase was based on, their class and comp study, and just as we've seen, if you don't do those yearly increases, then your salary schedule gets compressed and you get behind and you start losing people. And we've already seen a revolving door at the ESA, and I think they've come out of that, and I don't want to see a step backwards. So that's where I'm coming from on that, and I'm sure Michelle could tell us exactly how much that would cost, and perhaps an adjustment to the ambulance fee to cover that increase.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not totally clear. He had a 1.9 in.
Right, and we cut it to 1.4.
We did cut.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, you're advocating to increase the ambulance fee higher than what was discussed at budget time to fulfill this?
Because, yeah, I think it would be a very small amount to accomplish
I
this.
guess we just need Michelle to tell us what that
What the
extra
numbers
amount
are.
is.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
this might be an after lunch thing too.
Right.
Okay, so we may have to come back and revisit that. Will Michelle be able to come over after lunch, Stephen? Or,
Maybe auditors are here and she's doing training on the new system, but I'll see if she can.
okay,
She might be able to do that fairly quick, I would
She
think.
probably
It's
could.
I'm sure she can.
we'll give her 5 minutes.
That
Yes.
information in her head, I don't know how she does it, but, yeah.
She says
does it.
she's never met a number she hasn't remembered.
Yes, and quite the opposite for me.
Okay, so we'll, maybe we can get an answer from Michelle and then come back to that also. So can we go to your county administrator report, Stephanie?
Yes. So the first one is basically a program that Charlestown already has, and they've kind of spread throughout the municipalities. I was contacted by a guidance counselor at TA Lowry who runs a peer tutoring program, and Charlestown has a program called the Golden Rule Program. And so her peer tutors, who are children who help other children, who tutor other children throughout the school year, were always recognized through the Golden Rule Program, because they're basically volunteering their time, doing a good deed for their fellow students. And Charlestown suggested that perhaps we recognize them, since TA Lowry is in the county, not inside the municipal limits. And so it kind of evolved from there, and I told her, I'd see if the commission was interested in doing that. But then it kind of evolved from there, and I was contacted by Debbie Wilson from the city of Charlestown asking if we would like to adopt their Golden Rule program, and at first, we didn't want to copy the city of Charlestown, but then I see that that's their goal is to have other people, adopt the program. So I'm getting information from her, but before I take steps to actually do any work on it, I wanted to see if it was something that you were interested in. And so basically, it doesn't have to be just school-age children. I think the majority of people who are recognized are in elementary or middle school, but they have recognized other community members as well through that program. So it's basically just a recognition program for the community to say these people are doing good work and we'd like to recognize them for their contribution to the community. So I can get more information and kind of develop a program for us if you're interested in that. And kind of tacking on to that, before we even have a chance to implement this program, I did tentatively schedule the TA Lowry peer tutors for recognition from the commission in the second meeting in April, because they would like to do it in the evening. So she said they usually are recognized, and then she takes them out to Sweet Frog as a treat. So
That sounds like a good idea to me.
yeah.
I know, it's something positive, and we can always use that. So that's awesome. I
Get
think
some young
it's a good
faces
way to
in here.
recognize, yeah.
Really young
Good that
faces.
they do. I think it's a great idea. Unanimous consent to have Stephanie move forward?
Just want to see it, obviously.
Yes, I'll come
Sure.
forward. I'll have a policy and
Yeah.
the
To move
rules that
forward
we'll
with the
use. Yeah,
policy
yeah.
and have us review it. Sounds good.
All right. And the other item requires an executive session.
Okay, to discuss FMLA procedures and, okay. And it has to do with an employee, so.
Yes, it's a
I
personnel
will-
discussion.
I move that we go into executive session to discuss Family Medical Leave Act procedures with regard to one of our employees.
Second,
I guess my only question is, do you anticipate going into executive session for anything else, other items with the other attorney, rather than lumping everything together?
Possibly.
So
Yes.
maybe knock
Yeah,
out
we
a few other
could.
things outside session, or
no, because at 11 o'clock we've got
have a
a
public
hearing,
hearing.
and she's here,
10
so,
minutes.
can we accomplish this in 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
We should, I hope so.
Okay.
All right.
So, all right. All in favor of the going into executive session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we are in executive session. We'll be back in just 10 minutes.